Oh, we're on the air. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. We've got Quiz 2 ready to go, and I think most of it's pretty straightforward based on things that we had. There might be a few things in here. All right, so Usain Bolt shattered the world record, the 100-meter dash. You know what? So in Germany, he ran 100 meters in 9.58 seconds. What was the average time in miles per hour on this run? I think we did that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we did, but it was kind of sloppy. So let's take a look at how we'd actually do that again. Here's a quick conversion. Okay, let's go back from miles per hour to, and let's just come up with going from miles per hour into meters per second. So if I'm going 1 mile per hour in 1 hour, how many meters per second is that? Is equal to how many meters per second? Well, I've got to multiply my meters times, because I need to get meters up here, so I'm going to multiply it by 1,609 meters per mile. So I've taken care of the mile part. And then times, there are, in 1 hour, there's 3,600 seconds. Now, this number comes out to be, when I multiply all this out, I get 1,609 divided by 3,600. Okay, and that's 0.447. Okay, so like 60 miles per hour then times 0.447 is equal to 26.8 miles per hour. So 26.8 meters per second. All right, that's about 2.5 times as fast as Usain Bolt was running. All right, so that's pretty fast. But to go the other way, so let's say a slower runner, let's say like me, I ran 100 meters in 15 seconds, right? So I take 100 divided by 15 meters per second. That'll give me my speed. It would be 100 divided by 15 is equal to 6.7 meters per second. Now, to get this into miles per hour, since we multiplied here to go from miles per hour to get to meters per second, we'll divide by this 0.447. This becomes a big number in this class. Take 6.7 divided by 0.447. That'll give me the miles per hour. And that equals about 14.9. So about almost 15 miles per hour. Okay? So if you're trying to go from meters per second to miles per hour, divide by 0.447. If you're trying to go from miles per hour to meters per second, multiply by 0.447. And you should be fine. All right? What else we got here? Alex Gordon is making his diving catch. What was his speed? The time the ball left the bat, I think that's on there right before it even starts. And all of this stuff is information you can glean. You can go on the internet and look at the home run track. And we even talked about it, I think, in the thing. All right, so anyway, so let's move on. So we come here to, so this is notes for mini quiz 2. Were you able to watch? Was I even on the thing when I was writing all that down? Jeez, I'm so tired. I'm so messed up for mini quiz 2. Well, I think I was. I think we were good, right? Okay, so I like to go for a run every morning, except Sunday, and usually between 3 to 6 miles. Today I jogged 3.1 miles in 31 minutes. What was my speed in miles per hour? That's kind of tricky. That's a little bit tricky. So if I went, let's say I went 5 miles, let's say I went 4 miles in 50 minutes. Nice slow jog. That's actually about my speed sometimes. All right, well, 50 minutes is how many hours? 50 divided by 60. Because there's 60 minutes per hour, and this is 50 minutes. So the minutes cancel here and the hours come up there. So it's because you're getting a percentage. You're getting the fraction, 50 divided by 60. So it's 0.833 hours. So that's pretty easy. You just divide, and so I'll take my 4 miles and divide by this fraction of 50 divided by 60, divided by 0.833, and I get about I'm running about 4.8 miles per hour, which makes sense because in an hour I'll probably be at about the 0.8 mark, 4.8 miles. So that's kind of the way you do those. Not kind of, that is how you do those. But runners actually we like to talk about minutes per mile. In other words, they'll say, I like to average 8 minutes per mile. Well, that's pretty quick for your average daily dude. And so world-class marathoners average 4.5 minutes per mile, which is just amazing. Anyway, on a recent run, I ran 5.3 miles in 1 hour and 3 minutes. First thing, convert that to 63 minutes. What was my average minutes per mile? Well, let's just take a look at what we did here. On this, if I was running 4 miles in 50 minutes, I want minutes per mile. So what am I going to do? Per mile. So what do? You just flip-flop those. So I ran 50 minutes divided by 4. And you'll divide by 4 miles. Now I've got minutes per mile. And for this case, 50 divided by 4, yeah, it's about 12.5, or 12 minutes, 30 seconds, 12.5 minutes per mile. All right? So you just kind of reverse engineer things a little bit. Okay, and today's run, I burned 570. How many joules is that? Well, we did the joule calculation. You saw the right, 4,186 joules per calorie. On a recent 5-mile run, I burned 878 calories, it said. If my favorite beer contains 216 calories, how many bottles of beer did I burn off? Okay. Figured that one out. It's not hard. It's a little division thing. Currently, according to the Weather Channel, it's a balmy 79 degrees Fahrenheit, which is incredibly nice for August at this time of day at 3 p.m. What is that temperature in centigrade? So that I want you to do the actual conversion and then use the shorthand method to convert 38 degrees centigrade into a Fahrenheit temperature. To convert, just use that shorthand method that was shown on that one slide. Well, what do we mean? All right, so let's say I've got something that's 28 degrees centigrade. And I want to know how many degrees. Let's get a little cooler. Let's say 18 degrees centigrade. All right. Well, the shorthand method says this. Multiply by 2 times the centigrade temperature, because this is what the centigrade, plus 32. That's the ballpark answer. I didn't have you do the going backwards into the Fahrenheit, but that's all right. Okay? Think we're good.